part 3. If you haven't seen the other parts, go watch them. I am serious. Now we're talking about the Minish Cap. Now the Minish Cap, again, if you've seen my ranking video games video, which you should, but you don't have to. If you've seen it, you know that I love the Minish Cap. It is an A tier. It's great. It's definitely one of my favorite video games. But I said obviously last time that Majora's Mask wasn't good because of its dungeons. Minish Cap, this is rare. This is rare. Minish Cap is good because of its dungeons, and that's weird. That's odd because that isn't a thing for most Zelda games, 2D Zelda games. But Minish Cap, well, it isn't necessarily good just because of its dungeons, but that is one of the reasons. And we're gonna talk with the Deepwood Shrine first. Okay, so contrary to Woodfall Temple in Majora's Mask, Deepwood Shrine is pretty much the first thing you'll be doing. So basically, if you don't know, the beginning of Minish Cap is just Vati does Vati things, and you go to the Minish Forest, and you go to the Deepwood Shrine. That's pretty much it. And so that's pretty straightforward. You're only like half an hour through the game. So the Deepwood Shrine, because of this, Deepwood Shrine has to teach you mechanics for Zelda in general. It's gonna teach you how to press levers, how to push things, which is actually pretty much only in this game. How to push things. It's gonna teach you other stuff that is a thing in Zelda, and that's good. It's actually pretty good at doing that. I feel like I only got lost once in Deepwood Shrine, and that's saying a lot because I have played this game multiple times. I've played it like at least 3-4 times. Yes, I do have a tendency to repeat things. Maybe that's why I like Skyward Sword. And so Deepwood Shrine, the enemies are simple. The enemies are easy, and the boss is funny. Or it's not just funny. It's good. The boss is good. Basically, it's a choo-choo that you're. I forgot to mention, you're tiny at this point. You're Picori size, or Minish size, whatever. And so this is a regular sized choo-choo, and he falls into the boss room just like by accident, and you have to fight him. And you fight him by using the backwards gust bellows, like the sucky vacuum thing, to suck up him, or like part of him, and then he'll fall down, and you'll hit him with your sword. And that's pretty simple, but it's good. I like it. So Deepwood Shrine, it's not like the best dungeon ever, you know, I'm not saying it's great, but it's a pretty solid one. I'm going to put it actually right here up in B. That seems good. Alright. What is this place called? House of Flames? The old mine thing? I don't remember, but I do remember liking it. Again, I play Minish Cap a lot, and I almost look forward to playing this dungeon. And that's honestly saying a lot. Especially for a 2D game. You know, I don't look forward to playing most of these dungeons. A couple of them, yes, I do. But not most of them. And also in Zelda in general, I don't look forward to playing a lot of dungeons. Well, that's not true, actually. Never mind. I'll just forget what I just said for the last 30 seconds. Anyway, this dungeon is fire-based, obviously, and I've shown you that in general, fire-based dungeons are pretty mid. These two dungeons are pretty mid. But this place is actually pretty good. You know, it's linear. It's linear. Kind of like Dodongo's Cavern and Fire Temple. They're both linear as well. But this one's better. It's got better enemies first. I love the enemies in Minish Cap. Combat in this game in general is just so good. But man, this is oh man, this is making me want to play Minish Cap. But the combat is good and the map layout is good. The kind of, you go through this place and you only do like one. I feel like there's only one place where you backtrack, and that is once you get the cane of Pachi, which you can use to flip things over. You go back and you flip over a minecart, and you use the minecart to go around places, and it's pretty nice. It kind of reminds me of no, I was gonna say it kind of reminds me of the Tears of the Kingdom Fire Temple, but it doesn't really. It doesn't really. It just has minecarts in it. This place is good. I'm not a huge fan of the atmosphere, you know. A big fireplace, creepy. It's been done twice before. Maybe even more times. I don't know. I haven't played the Oracle games. I know nothing about them. But in general, it's a great place. It's a good place to be. I mean, not technically, but it's a nice dungeon to play, is what I'm saying. So I'm gonna put it right here. Maybe? No, I'm gonna put it right here, actually. Right there. Okay. Palace of Winds? No, that's this one. Wind Fortress. Wind Fortress, that is what it's called. Fortress of Winds, that's what it's called. Fortress of Winds. It's been a hot minute since I played Minish Cap, but I don't remember liking this dungeon. I know what it's about. It's like the Earth Temple, basically. Because everything's in like dirt and sand and things, and then you get the magma, or not the magma, it's the digging mitts thing, and you can dig everything up. And that's pretty nice. But I do love those items, or the mitts, the digging mitts. But in general, I didn't enjoy the dungeon very much. Like, you got the key, you go up the different tower things, and you get the keys, and then you do the thing. I liked the boss. It was pretty fun, because you gotta use the arrows, the bow, to shoot his hands, and then you turn into a Minish, or you go Minish size, and then you go inside the boss's head. Yeah, hands and head with eyes, wow. You go inside him and use the digging mitts to find the pillar that has his weak spot, and you hit his weak spot. I thought that was pretty fun. It was kind of challenging for a person like me who doesn't collect a lot of heart pieces, and I find fun in that. It's pretty nice. The boss is good, but that's kind of it. I don't know. It just isn't great. I don't really remember anything besides the boss that makes me think, oh yeah, the Fortress of Winds was good. Nothing makes me think that. Nothing at all. So I'm going to put it right over here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it right here. The fire temples are no longer next to each other. Temple of Droplets, Ice Mechanics. Actually, I'm just going to put it over here. I shouldn't need to explain this very much. Ice mechanics, bad. Actually, the boss is good. The boss is good, so that's one thing. But everything else is bad. I hate ice mechanics. Even the layout of the dungeon is kind of confusing. It's really nothing except for the boss is good in a Temple of Droplets, and even the boss isn't incredible. All that I can say that's good about the boss is that it gives another use for the lantern, and you get to do something with your shield, and that's it. Okay, Palace of Winds. I really like this one. In general, the Minish Cap is not a very hard game. It really isn't. It's a 2D game. But Palace of Winds, if you haven't been collecting a lot of stuff, the Palace of Winds can be challenging. It can be pretty challenging. Because this is where you meet, what are they called? The mason chain ball soldier guys. They can do a lot of damage, especially if you aren't accustomed to fighting them. You'll be like, how do I hit him? You can use your shield to block his attack, I'm pretty sure. But if you're careless, if you don't take enough care, if you try to just get up close, he'll just hit you. If you try to be too far, he'll hit you. How you're supposed to fight him is go too far so that he'll try to hit you, dodge, and then hit him, and then rinse and repeat. I'm pretty sure you can also hit him with the boomerang, like in A Link to the Past. But it's not great. And then also a lot of dark nuts. I'm kind of surprised I haven't mentioned dark nuts yet in this video, because dark nuts are great. They're one of my favorite enemy types in Zelda, because it's great to actually feel like you're doing a sword fight, you know, especially in Twilight Princess. We'll get to that. So yeah, dungeons, Palace of Winds. It's hard, and I like it because it's hard. And also, I forgot to mention the boss. The Georg pair is another one of my favorite bosses in Zelda, hands down. It's just so incredible. It's a unique situation to be fighting on top of two animals. It's also great. I like how you got to use the Four Sword or the Picori Blade or whatever the heck it's called. You got to use the thing and hit him at the same time, and it's very fun. And just in general, Palace of Winds is another dungeon that I look forward to playing. Right here. That's where it goes. Now, I did say I'm trying to keep this at 12 minutes, but I do want to finish Minish Cap first. Dark Hyrule Castle, I don't like it very much. I always get confused as to where I am, and it's just... It's hard, but the problem is that it punishes you for getting lost while also making you get lost. And that annoys me very much, and I don't like that. So I'm going to put Hyrule Castle right here. And actually, it is 12 minutes, so I'll see you in the next episode.